Are you ready to live boldly, full out, and on your terms? It's time to wake up, overcome your fears, and embrace uncertainty. Access your power and claim your dreams. It's time for Tuck Talk with Tuck Self, the Rebel Belle. Join us now for inspiring conversation and bold self-expression. Now here is your host, the Rebelicious Tuck Self.
I learned to do my singing, walking along behind the plow. My singing teacher always passed me by, and so I have to sing the only way that I know how, and that's to rear back up and let her fly. I'm little but I'm loud, and I'm poor but I'm proud. I'm countrified and I don't care who knows it. I'm like a bantam rooster in a big red rooster crowd. Y'all, I'm puny, short, and little, but I'm loud. I am. So when I let my voice soar, you all, I am free. I am liberated. And all of the chains that bound me as a little girl are loosened. And like the runner in Chariots of Fire, y'all, I feel God's pleasure. In fact, I feel my own pleasure. So have I always been this free and liberated and allowed my voice to soar? Not a chance. Not the way that I was raised, and not the way that I was born. My bold voice, it burst onto the scene of life March the 11th, 1953, in full self-expression, you all, pun intended. And determined to do life on my terms, I decided to make the world around me rise up to my level of energy. And so rather than presenting myself, in a normal way and travel down the birth canal like everybody else, I insisted that the doctor earn his pay and literally pull me from my mama's womb. So I came in ready to soar, you all, to share my voice, to live out loud. However, my zeal for life, my freedom and self-expression, and the personal presentation of my authenticity, they weren't necessarily welcomed, and I was met with cultural conditioning and boatloads of resistance and fear. I was born in a small southern town, you all, at a time, I don't know, when culture informed women about who they were supposed to be. Social graces were insisted upon. And so I was raised to keep my voice small and quiet and polite and subservient, to be that perfect little southern belle. I was groomed to act pretty, to stay in my place, to speak only with permission, and to never, for God's sake, show up as more powerful than the people around me, especially men. I was told to tone it down, that I was too loud, headstrong, selfish. And as this freedom-seeking spirit inspired to freely share her voice, this was pure friggin' torture for me. I did the only thing I knew how to do. I stifled my voice, you all. I suppressed my power, and I put up a facade. I tapped into that innate grace and charm that's characteristic of all Southern women, and I learned to play the game. I became a chameleon, and I shifted roles from moment to moment. I went from weak and subservient to strong and powerful. It didn't matter what I wanted to be. I became what was expected of me. And so I modeled these fabulous Southern women of character around me who were holding the families together during the war. And I was in awe of my mom and the women around me who were like Katie Scarlett O'Hara's twin sisters. So I dressed in my mother's clothes and her shoes and her hats. And like my mother and her Southern sisters, I daintily drank coffee. I smoked my candy cigarettes, and I hosted tea parties and bridge clubs. But good God, you all, by the time I hit my 40s, I was totally confused about my identity. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know if I was the perfect daughter, the junior league socialite. I didn't know if I was a career woman or a stay-at-home mom working inside the home, outside the home, the good wife. None of the above. Was I supposed to ban the bra, make my place in the world, or keep the home fires burning? I didn't know. And so the straw that seemed to break that camel's back was the day I was walking around my house and I thought, oh my God, This looks like my mother's house, wallpaper and all. Epiphany, I have become my mother. Which that question itself gobsmacked me and sent me into a contemplation phase of asking myself, if I'm not my mother, then who am I? You know, in being this perfect little Southern belle, I had lost myself, and I had definitely lost my voice. I was not sure of who I was. However, I knew it was time for a change. And so I opened up, y'all, and I began to hear something in the distance. It was soft at first, and then it began to rumble, and then by God, it started to roar. That little voice that had been silent for all those years, the one that was stifled and toned down and lost, it started to break free. I found myself ready. I found myself ready to reclaim my voice, to express myself with that same sparkle and confidence that required that doctor to rise to my level of energy and take me from the womb. Y'all, I was ready to let my voice soar, full tilt boogie. So today, here I am. I stand before you. In this particular case on this podcast, I talk before you, but I stand before you as my authentic self and Southern voice for bold self-expression, knowing that when I let my voice soar, when I let my little but loud voice soar like the Pied Piper of Hamelin, you all, my magical pipes, they're available to lure others to greatness. My magical pipes lure others to their highest potential. And for that, I am so proud. So in closing, I'll leave you with a little song again. I'm little, but I'm loud, and I'm free, and I'm proud. I'm still countrified, and I don't care who knows it. I'm like a bantam rooster in a big red rooster crowd. I'm still puny, short, and little. My voice is free and soaring, and I'm proud. Hey, you guys, thanks for listening. Given you've enjoyed our podcast today, and we've inspired you in any way, I invite you to please share us with your friends, and be sure to come back and join us again next week. Off to plow.